Let us now proceed and check out what are the various types of inheritance in Java. So the first one is a very basic inheritance that is known as single inheritance. The second one is known as multi-level inheritance. And the third one is known as hierarchical inheritance. Now these are the three basic types of inheritance in Java. So let us check out how does the first one looks like. So in case of single inheritance, we have suppose the class B that inherits the properties of class A. As for example, you can imagine a car that inherits the property of vehicle. So this is known as the single inheritance, where we have one class inheriting the property of another class. The second one is the multi-level inheritance, where we have suppose class C inheriting the property of class B, which in turn inherits the property of class A. Now here you can imagine a small puppy. This small puppy inherits from the dog, and this dog class inherits all the properties from the animal class. So here we have the multiple levels of inheritance. So that is why we call it multi-level inheritance. Now here in this case, if you notice, the class C gets all the properties of class A and class B all together. But here this class B gets only the properties of class A. And this class A is present at the top, which is known as the superclass. Now let us come to the third one, that is hierarchical inheritance. So in this topic only, we saw the hierarchical inheritance, such as we have the class of dog and we have the class of cat. Now, both dog and cat have one thing in common. So both of them inherits from a common class of animal. Let us assume it is class A. So when we have one parent class in common, then that is known as hierarchical inheritance. Now if you notice in all the case, we have class B, class C, and again class B and class C as the child class. And if you notice, this class A of vehicle and this class A of animal are actually the parent class. But here at the center, in case of multi-level inheritance, we have some different scenario. This class C is the child class, no doubt in that. But this class B is acting as a parent class for this class C. But it is acting as a child class for this class A. And this class A at the top is actually the parent class. Now, at this point of time, I will give you a very small assignment. Inside the IntelliJ IDE, I want you to implement the multi-level inheritance. Create a class of puppy that inherits from class of dog, which in turn inherits from the class of animal. Now the class animal and class dog is already created inside the IntelliJ IDE. All you need to do is create the class of puppy that extends from class of dog, and then try to access all the properties of animal and dog with the help of the object of puppy. So go ahead and practice the code exercise.